What's up, you two, fam? What the hell happened to Jamie Foxx? That's not what he looks like. Let's be honest, y'all. It's definitely something strange going on. Definitely something strange going on. Now we could talk about just the basic aspect of it. He went to the hospital back in April, according to a Google search for, gotta do my fingers, undisclosed medical purposes. Undisclosed medical purposes. He spent time in a rehab center with at a facility that specializes in strokes and heart attacks and stuff like that, and also brain surgery. So, is he cloned? Is he under MK Ultra? What's going on? Here's my theories. First of all, the whole cloning thing, I personally don't believe it. I think the whole cloning theories, the whole clone conspiracy is a bunch of bullshit. And the reason I say that is really for many, many reasons. But the basic idea is, I mean, in order to clone somebody, it's not like the movie. You can't just genetically copy a full grown adult. Like, they can take a genetic copy of, like, let's say Jamie Foxx, for example. Let's just use him as an example. Let's say the government was able to take DNA and abstract DNA from him, which they can. And then they can take DNA from the mother and all type of shit. They could, honestly, I don't even think they need a mother's womb. They have ways to artificially grow babies. Like, they can almost create human. But, in order to create a genetic identical copy of Jamie Foxx, they would still have to wait for that baby to grow up. So it'll be a fetus version of Jamie Foxx, then a baby version, then a kid version. It'll have to go through the same stages of age, unless the government or these super deep state scientists, unless they have a certain way that they can speed up the aging process. That's possible, but I mean, as far as to my knowledge so far, I don't know anything of that, or I've never heard of that. Now, it's very possible because we all know, just like with technology, the medical field, they discover things way before they release it to the public. So if your naive sheep ass thinks that the government's going to just tell you every fucking thing that they know as soon as they find out, no, that's not how it works. They tell you shit when they are ready for you to know about it, if they feel like you're worthy enough to know about it. That's how the government looks at us. That's how the people in power look at us. Like, we're below fucking peons to them. We don't even matter to them at all. But this whole thing with Jamie Foxx, so that's my whole take about being a fucking clone. Yes, they can clone people, but from my understanding, from my knowledge and to my understanding so far, they have to, that clone, those genetics, those genes, that DNA still has to go through the growth process. So in order to get a full grown adult, let's say, and honestly, I'm just guessing because I haven't really looked this up. I should have. I'm just guessing, like, let's say Jamie Foxx is like 50 years old. I don't know how old he is. I'm guessing he's about 50 years old. So let's say they was to abstract all the DNA and genes from Jamie Foxx. Fucking bug in my eye. Bitch. They would still have to wait 50 years in order for him to become the grown adult that he is now, or at least let him grow up to become an adult. So I don't believe, no, I personally don't believe that they can just clone people and just make a full grown adult just like that overnight. No, I don't. So now MK Ultra. The scary part about the whole MK Ultra thing is that it's not a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy, but it's not a conspiracy theory, because MK Ultra has been proven to be real. The government admitted to it. The military admitted to it. They have documents still talking about this so-called scrapped project that they claim is a failed project that they no longer work on. Of course they're gonna say that. But no, they have a thing called MK Ultra where they actually control your mind. They have a way they can, it's like, man, it's like hypnotism times a billion. It's like a way, and they got different ways of doing it. You know, they could either like, they can put chips inside of your brain, or they could try to like inject you with something. They have ways to control you. You know what I mean? It's you know, just like with drugs, you know, some drug addicts will do pretty much anything for the drug. That's a form of MK Ultra. TV advertisements, they can play a movie or play a program on television and make you behave a certain way. There's certain sound frequencies that when you hear it, it makes you behave a certain way. They have a sound frequency that makes you shit on yourself. So that's proof right there that the music that we listen to, the music that they push on us, is a form of MK Ultra because it controls us. You know, these kids watch these shows. They watch these little TikToks and all this little shit on YouTube, and they start behaving a certain way because they're being programmed. They're being MK Ultra. Their minds are being fucking controlled. Yes, MK Ultra. MK as in, you know, like Mortal Kombat, but it's MK Ultra. That's what it's called. Look that up. That's a real thing. Now you got the AI. These are just my theories on what the whole, because we only recently seen a video of Jamie Foxx finally speaking up, because social media has been hammering down on the powers that be, like, yo, what happened to Jamie Foxx? Nah, nigga, you're not gonna just say you're okay now. And nah, nigga, we want to see your face. We want to hear your voice. We want people to admit, to say like, yes, I'm okay, or no, I'm not okay. You know what I mean? So, you know, the fact that he didn't do that for so long, he finally made a statement, and it just doesn't seem like it wasn't sincere. It was like, yeah, y'all, you know, I appreciate it. It almost seemed like AI, like it was a fucking robot, like it was a fucking program. Because they knew if they used an actual fucking AI, nobody would believe it. We would all speculate it's AI. You know, people are smart. You got these supercomputer nerd geeks who they can actually pull up an image and they can actually break down and decode and prove that it's AI, that it's not real. So that is a good thing. That is to combat what we all fear about the AI thing. You know, we can, you know, the police can make it seem like you said or did something that you didn't. Well, there's ways to debunk AI, or there's ways to prove that it is AI and that it's not real. So that's another thing. So what I think they either hired an actor, or sometimes they hire people and give them surgery. That's how deep they go. You know, and depending on how much they offer to pay, you'd be surprised how many people are willing to get surgery to look like somebody so you can pass and pose as this person for the rest of your life. It's crazy, ain't it? But it's definitely something strange going on. It's not just like, oh, he was sick, he went to the hospital, now he's okay. I'm not buying it. Something happened to Jamie Foxx. What? I don't know. I'm still investigating. I have no fucking idea what the fuck's going on. I just know that video with him talking, and he looks like super light skinned now. His face is a lot more thinner and drawn in. It's like, it doesn't look like Jamie Foxx. Doesn't really sound like him. It just wasn't him. Like, you know, yeah, it looked like him, sound like him a little bit, but it just wasn't him, man. Like, it's kind of scary, man. Like, you know, that's not Jamie Foxx. And even if it is, bro, like, why is he so just nonchalant about, like, yeah, y'all, you know, I appreciate everybody, you know, everything's okay now, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, but, all right, y'all, you know, I'll talk to you later. It's like, oh, hold on, like, you just kind of came and went like that, bro. Nah, there's a lot of questions that we got, man. We want answers. They didn't even say exactly what happened and what he did, or what happened to him, or why he was even in the fucking hospital. So, honestly, I didn't think it was a big enough story to talk about. But y'all, you know, Hollywood is so fucking weird, y'all. These Hollywood actors is strange. I heard it was something about the fucking vaccine. Haven't looked into it. Again, I'm ashamed of myself because I haven't done it. I know, you know, usually I do my little research and stuff before I get to recording these videos, but this one I just kind of jumped at this one kind of like just like on a whim a little bit, because it's just something. I was gonna talk about something else, but this is kind of like, it's just like, man, like I had to kind of speak on it, you know, while the topic is still kind of floating in the air a little bit. And you see the media is doing a good job of pushing that aside, because they got everybody distracted. Everybody distracted right now. You know, speaking of plastic, and we talk about Hollywood and propaganda and MK Ultra and how they control our minds with programming. Now we got everybody and their mama literally distracted by this goddamn Barbie movie. Oh my God, the Barbie, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world, and it's fantastic, and something plastic, whatever the fuck. Bruh. Now, I hate to admit this, y'all, but I might have to go see the Barbie movie. Y'all know, I can't speak about shit till I actually seen it. So far, I've heard and I've read, I've watched a lot of reviews that it's a lot of propaganda, a lot of LGBT propaganda, a lot of anti-man propaganda, bunch of feminists, women are such victims of misogyny, and men are just constantly on our necks, and women should run the world. And I heard so much negativity about this movie. And we're going to talk a little bit about it tomorrow. Peace.